everyone, it's Shannon, aka QB Crossing. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. Today we are back with another Dream Island tour, and this one is a structured town island. It's pretty natural, but it also has a lot of that structured town aesthetic that we all love. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so as always, let's start with the island map. This island is called Cranberry. It's very fitting. If you couldn't tell, it is an autumn island, so lots of those warm red and gold colors all throughout. Wow, they have a ton of island reps on this island. It makes a lot of sense because if you're going for that structured town, I think the more houses that you have to decorate with is definitely better. So that's really cool to see. And then tons of cool villagers. They all feel like they would just, love life on this island. The Dream address is on the screen as well as the creator's socials. Be sure to give them a follow. They're working on a new island now that also looks amazing. So I recently just discovered their Instagram and I am in love with all of their work. And just quickly on the map, this is a really beautiful map as well. It's simple, but it's also just so organized and beautiful. I cannot wait to just run around this island. Before we get into it though, let's just take a quick second to thank today's sponsor. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. HelloFresh delivers fresh ingredients and chef-crafted recipes straight to your door. And my cat QB also really loves these box deliveries. Everything arrives pre-portioned with easy to follow recipe cards that make cooking a restaurant quality meal at home a breeze. I love that I don't have to worry about meal planning during my already busy weeks. Plus, you can now get one free dessert item per box while your subscription is active, so that has been amazing. There are over 45 recipes to choose from, including vegetarian, vegan, and quick and easy meals, so there is something for everyone. This week, we really loved the roasted garlic and zucchini flatbreads, and we even added chicken to them through HelloFresh, so we got some extra protein on those as well, and that really just cured our pizza craving that we were having. They were so good, we couldn't wait for our leftovers the next day. My husband and I just love cooking together and trying new recipes each week without any added stress of shopping or finding new recipes. Plus, we have more time to spend together and for our hobbies, like me finally getting to play some Animal Crossing. Use my code QB16FM or scan the code on screen to receive 16 free meals and free dessert for life while your subscription is active. So thank you to you all. Let's get back to today's video. Okay, so we are back on the island now. Look at this beautiful entrance. Oh my goodness, I feel like I was just transported into the perfect autumn town that there ever was. Look at this pathing. Wow. Okay, this is going to have all of that town inspiration. Love this. I love the mixing of the codes that they have going on here. This is just beautiful. I'm going to open up the camera so that we can get a couple other views here, but what an entrance. I love starting off an island with houses at the front, loving the diagonal pathing, loving that we can see an incline in the back. This is just really so stunning. Oh my goodness. Now I'm kind of ready for fall again. All it took was for me to see one Animal Crossing island and I'm ready for Halloween. Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh, the different codes that they're using all come together so nicely. All of these details as well, like the little doghouse, and I'm going to just pan up really quickly because it looks like there's even a little shed back here. So they're really not leaving any spaces empty, which I really like. They're thinking about even those spaces behind the villager houses, which is really thoughtful. And I don't know, I kind of sometimes just fill those up with trees and forget about it. So I appreciate that a lot. These little kind of filler areas on the walkway, I always think are pretty hard to figure out what to do along pathways. So I love the way that they're using this as a little seating area, a little place to carve pumpkins. That's really cute. Little details like adding the skateboard or the pile of leaves onto the road just adds so much more to the island. Also, this mixing of bushes. Wow, I am so inspired right now because I kind of started a similar really structured island to this, and then I was losing inspiration on how to keep it going across different levels. So definitely gonna have to bookmark my own island tour or just their Dream address in general to come back for some inspiration. I usually continue to the left, but I really wanted to go up this incline because look at this. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of one of those other islands that I toured that was this really beautiful natural town, and I love this. There's just something so nice about these diagonal paths and the placement of the housing. Oops, I hate when I do that with the camera. I do not want to filter on the camera. I wanted to just kind of turn my camera like this because I love that we can just get other views here as well. This is so well done. All throughout, there's just so much inspiration here. I'm going to continue back this way because I just want to look at some of the detail around these houses. I love when a villager house has a little yard with the fencing. It really reminds me of like early Animal Crossing days, but elevated, when we all just had like a couple pieces of fencing and we were trying to get to 3 stars. Oh, there is something I love so much about just having a little basketball court on an island, or any sort of like sport type of court going on. I think that they just add so much charm to the island. The bike in the back there, everything just is perfectly placed and feels so realistic. It just reminds me of like a town, or like where I grew up. I really like this. Actually, the town where I grew up was not this beautiful, but you know, it brings back those nostalgic memories. So I'm seeing here that there's this pathway, and okay, this is what I was thinking it was going to be. There are these 2 bridges, and I love doing transition areas like this. I think it looks so nice. I actually have never done one like this myself, but whenever I see one like this on an island, I love it. I love the way the water comes through. It breaks up these 2 areas, and it just feels so grand having these different bridges throughout. And then lots of really nice just like details throughout here. I think this view actually goes over to 2 of the resident rep houses, and look at how cool that looks. Oh, I love this. This island is seriously top notch. I don't know how I have not found this creator's socials before. I am their new biggest fan. I will be following everything that they're doing. I've been meaning to tour this island for almost a month now, and I'm so happy that we're finally here because I've really wanted to share this one with you all. I just haven't had the chance to get around to actually touring it myself. But look at this. They even made the museum look amazing. And there's something about adding in these very structured areas mixed with so much foliage, the greenery, the trees. It warms it up so much, and it really just contrasts that symmetry that we have going on. I am a huge fan of that museum design as well. I'm kind of flying around this island because there's just so many things that keep distracting me, but do not worry, I will make sure that we see everything on this island. I am just kind of going where my rep is leading me pretty much. We have another bridge over here, and I love that this one's diagonal. It still kind of goes along with that whole waterway that we were seeing on their map earlier. You can see it in the corner of the screen as well. Oh my gosh, it just like ties the whole island together so nicely. Really just so good. Then there's this little kind of there's just so much detail throughout here between the water fountain and then all of the other just details throughout, like this tiny library and the water fountain over there. I'm in love with this island. Did I actually call that a water fountain? That's not what I meant to call it if I did. I'm losing my train of thought. And now I can't remember what that item is called. Just, you know what? We'll figure it out as we go. So we have 2 more houses over here, and you could just really tell that they love decorating around houses, and I do as well. I've said it before if you've watched my tours, but I think decorating around houses and creating little neighborhoods is the most fun, and I always like visually how they look the best. So this island was truly made for me, made for inspiration for me, clearly. Look at this. There's even a little kind of like camping area over here. How cool would that be to live somewhere where you can kind of just like go camp outside and you have an amazing view and just so cozy. I love that. I live in a city, so sometimes I think about living more in like the countryside or somewhere more suburban, and it just, you know, the older I get, it feels comforting. Look at this over here. Another neighborhood. And what I love is that there's so many neighborhoods on this island and they all feel very different. It's not that there's like a drastically different color palette, but there are so many little changes throughout that keep it exciting and different from the other areas of the island. I really like the way they're getting creative with their pathing as well, like using just this one singular kind of concrete path here in a line. That's really cool. I don't see people do that a lot. They even have this area back here. Oh my gosh. Okay, more little campsite areas. Who wouldn't want to have a bonfire back here? Looks like they were having a lot of fun. Maybe didn't clean up last night, but you know what? It's okay. I get it. I really like this. I just love those little details, like adding the mugs on the floor, adding the bottles on the floor. It adds so much charm to a space. So I think anytime you can add those additional items throughout, it really just helps liven up a space. Ooh, okay, we have another little park area, and the same way I love doing like sports court areas, I love a little park like this. These items are so good, and if you can get to use them on your island and make it work like this creator did, it just fits in perfectly with their theme as well. I think it just is it's so cute. I love it. Okay, so we have more of a farmy area over here. Some apple pie, some apple cider it looks like as well. And then I really like this, so it's almost like an orchard, but it has like more of a farmy twist, I think, on an orchard. So we have the tractor over here, and then it's just fully apples. So yeah, okay, it is an orchard, but I really like that they've added in all the wheat fields as well. I don't think I've seen anyone do this, and it's a really cool vibe, especially because these wheat fields are amazing. So the more you can use them, I say the better. And then it leads you to this really beautiful view of their secret beach. How cool is that? I really love this. I am just, getting ready to ask Tom Nook if I can move onto this island. I'm ready. I'm gonna pack my bags. I am ready to go get some inspiration and live on this creator's island. We have a little land bridge over here, and this is leading to another neighborhood, of course, my favorite. So let's see, because this is a really cool layout that they have going on. Wow, I really like this. It's almost like a cul-de-sac, but like inversed. It's so cool. I love the way that they're getting so creative with the pathing as well. And you can see that they're matching the houses in each of the neighborhoods. There's a little green theme going on over there. In the other area that we were in, I think we were just over here. Back here, it was more of like an orangey theme. So it really, like I said, helps create just a little sense of differentiation throughout these areas and keeps it really exciting. So I'm going to come back down to this level now, and we have stumbled across Able Sisters. And of course, Able Sisters is fitted with the cutest little autumn dresses and outfits. So if you come to this island, you must get a cute outfit to wear. I already had on an outfit that was pretty fitting for this island. I actually realized I haven't changed in a while. I've been just feeling this outfit for like way too long. So maybe time for me to go to Able Sisters soon and get something new. We have another little centerpiece over here, really cute filler spot. Tons of ideas for filler spots on this island also. Oh my goodness, we have a gorgeous little canal area. I also am a big fan of canal areas. I think that these are always great transition areas. They're always fun to decorate around also. You could add the little stalls on the side like this creator did, the lights. It's just, it works really nicely on lots of different island themes. So I always recommend, if you're stuck with a larger area on your island, to try something like this because they always come out beautiful. I mean, in any theme, they're just a great layout, great design. So this is back over by that front area. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is go to the right of the island now, because I think we saw a majority of the left side. So let's continue our way along here. We have more of these just great little park-ish type areas. I love everything about this, truly. I am so just like, I feel like I could honestly stay on this island for a really long time and just take in all of the beautiful detail. Let me see. I always say like, oh, I'm going to start designing again. And this island really makes me want to. You guys have to let me know in the comments if you would want me to start creating speed builds again, because I really want to. I just need to get that creative energy to come back into it. So We have this really cute little neighborhood again over here. This one's a little bit closer to the beach, which is really nice. I think we see one of the resident reps over here. It does look like their beaches are pretty simple. Here's their campsite as well, which I love. I think it makes a lot of sense for this island to not go too crazy on the beaches because it does feel a lot more of this like structured town focus. And I guess beaches aren't totally autumn themed, right? We're not usually going to the beach in autumn, unfortunately, depending on where you live. Okay, so this is where Nook's Cranny is. Adorable. Love the shopping carts in the front. Love the way that they've added in a little bit of these like stalls and fencing items because they made Nook's Cranny into their color palette, which is really smart. I don't think I've really seen too much of that before either. So lots of really like innovative ideas on here as well. Another cute little place to just kind of relax. This is probably this villager's backyard. This is something also that I always forget to do is like actually create yards and spaces for your villagers. I think it's really nice and it also just looks really good. Let's continue back this way. We're going to go behind resident services now and see what's up here. Okay, so this is where those other villager or resident rep houses were, but I don't think we came all the way through here. So let's just continue and see what we may have missed because I see that there's an incline back there that we didn't see. I want to get another view of these two resident rep houses because look at that. Just so gorgeous. Really so well done. I mean, everything is just perfectly in its place without feeling too like overly curated. It still has a very natural and organic feel to it. And I think that's really hard to pull off when you have a lot of symmetrical and structured designs on your island. We're gonna come up this way. Oh wow, I love that they use this incline just to bring you up to this almost like rooftop cafe area. And look at this view. Imagine having coffee up here. That's just so stunning. That is beyond. I would never like, I don't know, I just wouldn't like expect this on this island for some reason. And it was just such a lovely, cute surprise. Really enjoy that. Let's see, I'm gonna try to look back there. I don't know if we can get back there to their peninsula, so let's just kind of like look. I don't think there is anything accessible on their peninsula, but I really like that you can see in the distance there that they've just filled it up with all of like natural elements and brought in a lot of color through the bushes and flowers. They really didn't leave any area of this island empty, which is not easy to do. As you all know, the islands we have are massive and it is not always easy to fully decorate and get to every tile on your island. There is a little area back here by the museum as well, which is really nice where you can just kind of sit and have coffee. And it's just so overgrown and peaceful. It's a really nice contrast to this really kind of structured setup to the museum as well. I'm gonna continue this way and see. Okay, yeah, so we saw this little neighborhood already and we saw what was back here as well. I'm wondering if we've actually seen everything on this island, which would be crazy because I kind of ran all around, but maybe that should be my new way of touring because I do think it was very efficient to see things and not forget to go back to certain areas as well, which is really cool. I am such a huge fan of this island. I will definitely be coming back to this one to visit and get continuous inspiration as I continue designing my island slow but steady. But I would love to hear what you all thought about this one. I personally, if you couldn't tell, am just a huge fan of this overall aesthetic. I love structured towns. So I would love to hear what you all think, what kind of island you'd like to see next. But with that, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.